Ladies and gentlemen, Jimbert just released a new video called "This Play Deserves an Award." I think he's doing this award show. Would love to see how his awards play out. Hey, let's see if we disagree.
Rookie of the Year,
video will be in the description,
Most
y'all.
Improved Player, Sixth Man of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, the Most Valuable Player, the Best Shooter of the Year. That's not a real NBA award, but it would be cool if it was. In fact, if there was an end-of-season award for the NBA's best shooter, who would be the winner this season? Maybe Duncan Robinson, Luke Kennard, Grayson Allen, Steph.
Best shooter? I don't think it's... I mean, let's keep it a stack, bro. Who's the best shooter in the league? I don't... Listen, the stats are the stats, but I'm still saying Steph Curry. Best shooter in the league? Sam Hauser? I don't know.
Steph Curry? Well, according to some advanced metrics, there's actually one clear winner here. Crafted NBA, a site that curates some of the most interesting and insightful NBA metrics, has a stat called shot quality. It's a unique metric that uses multiple variables like spacing and shooting efficiency and converts a player's shooting ability and shot selection into a point scale from 1 to 100. 1 being the worst.
I'm glad that Jimmy is showing the equations to these advanced analytics. It's just funny to me because, like, if you're going to use advanced analytics, I don't have a problem with it, to be honest with you. If, one, you know what goes into that set equation, that said statistic, and 2, you know how to properly contextualize it and honestly explain what the statistic is. My pet peeve with the advanced analytics community, with some of y'all, not necessarily all of y'all, is y'all literally just take the name of a stat for its name value. Let's just say PER, player efficiency rating. But you don't know what goes into the PER stat. PER stat equation. Let's actually look this up right now. PER stat equation, calculating PER. This is the equation for unadjusted PER. You're telling me, right? Like, nah, this is insane, bro. I know 95% of chat don't even know that this is the equation. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, within this equation, there's so many equations. Factor equals 2/3 minus VOP is defensive rebound percentage. Like, y'all don't know what goes into these stats. A majority of y'all, in my opinion. But nevertheless, that's a side tangent.
Don't even think about putting up a shot, 100 being the best. Feel free to shoot any shot you'd like. Among point guards, Kyrie Irving has been one of the best shooters in the league this season with a shooting quality rating of 86.7. Among shooting guards, Sam Merrill of the Cavaliers has been the best shooter with a rating of 89.5. Duncan Robinson has been the best shooter at power forward. Sam Hauser has the highest score of any power forward this season. And among centers, it is Karl Anthony Towns who has been the best shooter with a shot quality rating of 80.1. Now, a rating of 100 is virtually unattainable. This means you're like a perfect shooter, and that's not even possible. Unless your name is Steph Curry, who, according to the shot quality metric, has been the best shooter in the NBA this season with a shot quality rating of 100 out of 100, making him, in a landslide victory, the 2024 NBA Sharpshooter of the Year. But why stop here? Let's create some other NBA awards and find the rightful winners of the 2024 NBA season.
I do like this video concept because, listen, there are so many award shows out there. And me and Sage did an award show. But, you know, we still covered the teams we were supposed to cover. The awards we were supposed to cover, excuse me. But, like, we added some fun awards at the end. Crash Out Player of the Year. Who was the other one? Funniest Player of the Year, like stuff like that. So
another turnover for Utah. Edwards gets it.
This play was insane. The hang time, the energy, the reactions. I mean, this has got to be the best play or singular moment from this NBA season. It was so good that it should have.
You know how I feel bad for? Hold on.
Best play or singular moment from
this motherfucker right here. This motherfucker. And her. And him. Look at this guy right here. Look at these two. And him. I feel bad for him. Get off your fucking phone, bruh. Fuck.
This NBA season.
You just missed one of the craziest posters of all time for what? For what, bruh? What, you was showing your parlay? Come on, bruh.
It was so good that it should have gotten some award or something. So let's give it one.
Look at. Now the reactions are crazy. The reactions are crazy. Look at Kyle Anderson.
2024, I can't believe that just happened. Play of the Year award goes to Anthony Edwards for his dunk over John Collins. But we've got a lot of other awards to hand out here today. So let's bring them out and see our nominees. Our next award is the Kobe Bryant Get It Out the Net Award for the player who is least likely to pass the ball once he gets it in his hands. And our nominee
is actually a black hole award. Kobe Bryant Get It Out the Net Award. Julius Randle was healthy. That might be Julius, man. Get it out of his hand. Who's a fucking ball hog in the league? You could argue Luka. Nah, that'd be kind of weak. Damn, I don't know. I don't really think that the era of the ball hog's kind of dead. I feel like maybe I'm missing the name.
Nominees this season are, of course, Michael the Possession Ends Here Porter Jr., Cam Thomas, Bojan Bogdanovic, Jeremy Grant, Klay Thompson, and Cam Whitmore.
Okay, yeah. These are great nominees. To me, this is the three right here. If there's three players in the league that are notably known for being ball hogs, non-passers, straight buckets, it's MPJ, Cam Thomas, and Klay Thompson.
Now, the eye test alone will tell you more often than not when these guys touch the ball, their teammates have essentially two options. Crash the board or get back on D. But there's actually a pretty intuitive way we can determine the rightful winner of this award. How often did a player touch the ball versus how often did they pass the ball? Are you receiving passes and swinging the rock, or are you pulling up whenever the ball touches your hands? And as you can see, all of our nominees touch the ball way, way more than they pass it. But there's one player that is head and shoulders above everyone else in this award, and that is Cam Whitmore. Among players who get at least 20 touches per game, Cam Whitmore is the only player in the entire league where the possession ends with him more than half the time. That's insane. For perspective, Michael Porter Jr. is notorious for not getting rid of the ball. And when he gets the ball, he passes it up 62% of the time compared to Whitmore's 49%. Here's a chart of the best scorers in the NBA and their
Jaylen Brown was another player that I was thinking of. And Cam Whitmore does play a lot like Jaylen Brown.
Points per touch. Some players like Jokic and LaMelo aren't going to have a crazy number here because they're playmakers. They feed their teammates more than they feed themselves. But for the most part, stars around the league are floating between 0.3 and 0.4 points per touch. And then here's some of our nominees for this award. MPJ is just over 0.4 points per touch, along with Cam Thomas and Jeremy Grant. Klay and Bojan are near 0.45 points per touch. And then there's Cam Whitmore, who is averaging 0.51.
The Jimmy High Roller grapher. And then there's the Jimmy Classic, y'all.
1 points every time he touches the ball. A staggering number, and one that rightfully earns him the 2024 Kobe Bryant Get It Out the Net Award. Now, our next award isn't really one you want to be the recipient of, and that is the David Wesley I Just Want This Game to Be Over award. Now, most of you are probably wondering, who the hell is David Wesley? Well, David is the owner of the worst individual game performance since the NBA merger nearly 50 years ago. At least the worst statistical performance. On April 12, 2001, in a game against the Nets, Wesley went 0 for 13 from the field with no free throws attempted, 1 rebound, 1 assist, and 4 personal fouls in 29 minutes, earning himself a game score of negative 11.7. Still,
that dude is ass.
To this day, an NBA record.
Steve Nash? What? Yo, what? Nah, I gotta look this up. Hold on. Now, because Steve Nash in 2011 was still good, if not great. What was Steve Nash doing in 2011 that had a game score that low? 2011? Hold on. Negative 9.8. Was it 11-12? That might be 11-12. Hold on. Okay, 11-12. He might be cooked. Okay, here we go. Steve Nash versus the 76ers. Jeez. 4 points, 1 assist, 6 turnovers, no rebounds, 2 of 11 from the field. 4 fouls. Boy, Steve Nash was ass. God.
And so it's only fitting that we name the award for the worst individual game of the season after him. And for this award, there's one clear-cut winner. On December 8th of this season, in a game against the Cavs, Duncan Robinson went 0 for 7 from the field, 0 for 6 from 3, logged 0 rebounds, just 1 assist with 6 turnovers, 4 personal fouls, and 1 singular point from a free throw. This left Robinson with a game score of -11.2. By far, the worst individual game of the season. And
damn. No, shout out Duncan Robinson though, cause I ain't gonna lie, man. He kind of got phased out last season with Max Strus, but I'm glad he had a little bit of a resurgence season this year. Now he is injured though, probable to come back against Chicago, but you know, giving you 13 points, his best shooting season since 2021. So shout out Duncan Robinson.
And statistically, the second worst performance since the NBA merger, which earns him a runaway victory for the David Wesley I Just Want This Game to Be Over award for the worst game of the 2023-2024 NBA season. The next award we will be handing out is the 10th Man of the Year award. Now, as the name suggests, it's similar to the 6th Man of the Year award, but instead of going to the best player off the bench, this award is for the best and most productive player in the league who is way down the rotation and specifically plays less than 20 minutes a game. You can look at it as the best, worst player in any given team's rotation.
These are definitely awards that, like, I'm trying to think of nominees, but it's like, these awards are so specific. I'm sorry, Chad, I don't got nominees off the top of my fucking head, dog. Like, 10th man, that gotta be like a Luke Cornett, Sam Hauser type of player, right? Shout out to my guy Sam Hauser, man.
Rotation. And there's 9 players on their team who will see more minutes than them on a game-to-game basis, but a great team always needs a great 10th man. And for this award, our nominees are Mo Wagner, Kevin Love, TJ McConnell, Jonathan Isaac, Jalen Smith, and Luke Cornett.
Yeah.
And here are some of their notable stats throughout this season.
Pacers got 2 players though, jeez.
Like minutes per game, estimated plus-minus, win shares, and their average game score. Also,
let me tell you right now, as a Celtics fan, in the beginning of the season, when Sam Hauser, Peyton Pritchard, and Luke Cornett came into the game, I used to cringe, bro. Because it's like, oh my God, this bench is so cheeks. This bench is so ass. Peyton Pritchard definitely picked it up by the end of the season. I personally think he's one of the best backup point guards in the league now. Sam Hauser proved himself to just be one of the best sharpshooters in the league. And then even Luke Cornett, like 7-footer off the bench that can give you good shot blocking. I wouldn't say elite rebounding, but just a big body off the bench that does big body things. I think Luke Cornett fits just that. And also, he's a great chemistry guy. The hoes love Luke Cornett, so. 6
of these guys are playing way above the rotational spot and could very well be the first man off the bench on some teams, even a starter on some teams. But maybe their value comes from them knowing their role as the 10th man and playing it so well. And although all of these guys are deserving, the 10th Man of the Year award goes to TJ McConnell.
Yeah.
Now, TJ has had an interesting year. If you were to look at his numbers over the last few months, you wouldn't even think he was eligible for this award since he's filled more of a 6th man role over the last couple months. But at the beginning of the season, McConnell was out of the Pacers' rotation altogether on many nights, logging 8 DNPs in their first 30 games and playing brief 5 to 10 minute stretches in others. But anchoring the Pacers' second unit on offense and providing much-needed relief for an injured Tyrese Halliburton, McConnell played himself back into the rotation and back into a valuable position for the team. In fact, he has been playing so well since the All-Star break, averaging 14 and 5 a game on 61% true shooting in under 20 minutes a night, that he has played himself from hardly even in the rotation to one of the best backup point guards in the entire league. And for this, TJ McConnell is our 2024 10th Man of the Year. Now, our next award is a fun one, and one that the NBA should add in the future. And that is the Allen Iverson Ankle Breaker of the Year award for the most electric display of handles this season. And here are the nominees. Miles McBride makes Evan Mobley touch earth.
Oh my God.
McBride!
Crazy in and out, crazy in and out.
Somebody give Dylan Brooks a map.
And this core group, as I mentioned earlier, 12 seasons together, they've been together forever. Curry loses Brooks not once but twice.
I think that's better than the first clip. I think that's better than the first clip.
Goodness.
Halliburton drops the rookie.
This was tough. This was.
Here's a step back.
Somebody come get it. Yeah. Yakum.
Brandon Ingram puts Jordan Nwora in a spin cycle.
As Sherman Hamilton had mentioned,
you
have players like Ingram.
Oh my God, bro.
B.I. with the throwdown.
That Steph one still got it right
Lonnie
now.
Walker cooks the Celtics defense.
All right, here we go.
Walker guarded tightly by Pritchard, spins around him, weaves through, and finishes.
Now all of these plays were disgusting. It's hard to choose just one.
I'm gonna go
but
step for the Tyrese step
Allen
back.
Iverson Ankle Breaker of the Year award
That's tough too.
goes to Steph Curry
Yeah,
for leaving
nah,
Dylan
that's
Brooks
crazy.
lost
Twice?
not once, not twice,
Twice is
but
crazy.
3 times in the same play.
Twice is
This
crazy.
game happened in the first week of the season and really kickstarted the year in a big way. Brooks was on his villain campaign all summer, and in their 3rd game back, Steph does this to him. One fan commented on this ankle breaker saying, Steph could have shot that off the dribble comfortably, but the pump fake was solely for the purpose of humiliating Brooks. And I'd like to think there's some truth to
he
this.
definitely had space.
So for that, Steph
Well, he
is
lost
the
his hand a
winner
little
for
bit.
the
He lost
Ankle
his hand a
Breaker
little
of the Year award. The next award we're handing out today is the Prime James Harden
OneWay
Player Award for the
of the
best
year?
offensive player in the league this season. The NBA has a defensive
Just offense. Not the best offensive player who's also mid or ass defensively. I thought that's where that was going. If it's just best offensive player of the year, it gotta go Jokic or Luka. Embiid, if he was healthy, would be in the discussion, but it gotta go Jokic or Luka. And in this regular season, I'd probably go Luka. But in the upcoming video that y'all will see, man, overall, Jokic is different. I ain't gonna
Player
lie.
of the
It's
Year
probably gonna be
award.
Luka,
They have the
dog.
most valuable
Probably
Player
gonna
of
be
the Year
Luka,
award,
dog.
but they don't have an Offensive Player of the Year award. So let's give one out. But there's a bit of a twist to this award because it's not for just the best offensive player in the league this season. It is specifically for the player who had the largest gap between their offensive excellence and their defensive liability. Going against
Okay, so it is okay. It is what I thought. I was like James Harden and one player of the year. Okay. In terms of that, I mean, Luka and Jokic are still in the discussion. The gap between Tyrese Halliburton would probably be in the discussion. Trae Young would be in the discussion if he was healthy. Dame would be in the discussion if he was just better offensively, but because he's definitely been a cone on defense. Those are probably my big ones.
everything we've been taught, this trophy will be the award for the player who loves to play offense but can't play defense worth a lick. And our nominees for this award are Tyrese Halliburton, Steph Curry, Trae Young, Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Maxey, and Damian Lillard. Now, intuitively, I think we can all have a good idea of who should win this award. But statistically, there's a really comprehensive way we can go about determining the winner here. And that's by using Crafted NBA's offensive plus-minus and defensive plus-minus metrics. These two metrics factor in a ton of different variables, like shot quality, turnover rate, offensive load, and creation on offense, and also things like forced turnovers, deflections, fouls committed, and defensive versatility on defense. They then take these numbers, rate every player based on these categories amongst every other player in the league to find their overall league percentile. This season, here's a player who has a crafted offensive plus-minus in the 97th percentile, so he's really good on offense. And he has a crafted defense plus-minus in the 25th percentile, so he's considerably bad on defense. Any guesses on who this player is? It's Damian Lillard. And the gap between his offense and defense isn't nearly as big as some other players. This is Jalen Brunson with a 99 on offense and an abysmal 14.
It's probably Tyrese. I'm gonna go Tyrese. Trae Young. I'm gonna go Tyrese.
On defense. Still not nearly the worst. Here's Halliburton, Tyrese Maxey, Curry, and the 2024 James Harden OneWay Player of the Year award winner, Trae Young.
Womp. A zero crafted DPM
is in the 96th percentile on offense and is in the 0th percentile on defense, making him one of the best offensive players in the NBA and literally the worst defensive player in the NBA. A gap this big is truly remarkable. For perspective, Luka Doncic isn't much of a defender even on his best day, and his offensive to defensive gap is just 42%. Trae Young is an anomaly, and for this, he shall be rewarded. Now we have one more award to give out here today, and this is a real special one. We all love a player who can change a game, ignite his team, do all the dirty work, and not have to score the ball to make a difference throughout a game. These kind of players are a different breed and rarely get the credit they deserve, let alone an award. So let's give them one. For our last award, we have the Dennis Rodman I Don't Need the Ball to Make a Difference award for the player who leaves their mark on every game without really needing to score all that often.
Draymond, easy. Draymond is like the epitome of this award, I ain't gonna lie. No scoring impact. No scoring impact. Outside of Draymond, I mean, you could probably look at a defender like Jared Vanderbilt or something. I mean, the defensive dudes are definitely gonna, you know what I'm saying, dominate this department.
This award is pretty much the opposite of the Kobe Bryant Get It Out the Net award, where those guys find their value in getting straight buckets. These players find their value in everything else. And our nominees are Jonathan Isaac, Yusuf Nurkic, Isaiah Hardenstein, Draymond Green, Alex Caruso, and Herb Jones. And here are some numbers that will help us determine the winner of this award. Usage percentage, their estimated plus minus, their crafted defense plus minus, and their estimated wins. And according to these metrics and its impact on the court, our winner of the Dennis Rodman I Don't Need the Ball to Make a Difference award is Isaiah Hardenstein. Despite scoring just...
Analytics will probably be, I mean, JxmyHighroller's whole case for a lot of these have been analytics. But Draymond's value to that offense in terms of being that secondary playmaker to Steph Curry because of the fact that Chris Paul is washed, I think offensively, Draymond doesn't even need to score, but being the dude you can run the post splits with, shout out to My Little Game podcast, like, that's very big for the Warriors. And then defensively, like, Draymond defensively is still Draymond defensively. Maybe not peak prime Draymond, but yeah, nah, I'd probably still go Draymond. And I don't know, because I feel like the whole purpose of this award is like, who are the players that impact the game outside of the stat sheet? You know what I'm saying? And Isaiah Hardenstein isn't like, he fits that category, but I think Draymond is, I think he's still more impactful.
7.8 points per game on 11.
Well, maybe it's just who's the most impactful non-scorer, I guess. So I don't know.
7% usage this season. Hardenstein has an estimated plus minus of plus 4.7. which ranks 14th in the entire league this season. His defense is also in the 99th percentile, putting him in company with some of the most effective defensive players in the league. And his near 8 points a game are coming off of exclusively cuts and rolling to the basket. So even when he scores, he's still filling his role as an absolute workhorse. An underrated passer, plays really well off the ball on both offense and defense, high energy, high motor. The dude is never afraid to go up and contest against anyone coming down the lane, and he has been the anchor to one of the better defensive units in the league this season. And for that, Isaiah is our 2024 Dennis Rodman I Don't Need the Ball to Make a Difference award winner.
Okay.
And there you have it, 8 new NBA awards I just made up. And the
I like that though. I ain't gonna lie. Switch it up, man. Fuck it. Everyone doing an award show. When everyone zigs, let's zag type shit. Yeah, definitely interesting. I ain't gonna lie. Like I wouldn't even know the nominees for some of these outside of the OneWay player, the sharpshooter. Obviously, Steph Curry's always gonna be a nominee in that. I mean, I guess Luke Cornett for this one. This one I just had a blank. But like the Duncan Robinson one, how the fuck? I don't know, bro.
8 well-deserved winners. Let me know what you think. If you could add an award to the end of the season, what would it be? And who do you think would be the recipient? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
He could have been funnier with this video though. Like Crash Out Player of the Year, you know what I'm saying? Like on some funny shit.
And as always, until next time.
Hey man, wait, there's 14 seconds left. Is it just straight? Okay. Yo, shout out to Jimmy for the video. Links to his video will be in the description. Hey man, all I'm gonna say is Vic has become an NBA YouTube meta. That is all I'm gonna say on that. Because Vic wasn't even mentioned once or even seen once in this video. But hey man, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Peace.